Okay, here's something kind of cool. This just came in from Australia. Really excited to open this thing up and show you what I got. I got a brand new Series 2 330 grill with all the details. This grill was manufactured in Australia by my friend Murray. He had a customer several years ago with a Series 2 330, and he had him make, well, his grill on this car was pretty trashed, and he asked Murray to make the grill. And when he was making it, and you have to scan all these pieces, and you have to, you know, cut it all out and measure them, and you can see they're all labeled. They're also different lengths. There's also a curve to it down the side. You can see it's pretty, you know, it's pretty, it looks simple, but it's difficult. It's actually pretty complicated. So when Murray did that, he said, well, I can't just make one. I'm going to make a couple. And I think I bought his last one, because I bought another one for another car, and you know, and said, look, this is the best way to do it. These are pretty close, and you know, let's go ahead and get it and replace it than having a bad one. Well, I have another Series 2 car, which I'll show you. So I have another Series 2 car that's here, and the problem with that is that its grill is actually painted black. So something happened on this car that caused a previous owner to paint the grill black. And I think that it's probably because the grill itself is pretty well worn, and I don't think there's much that you can save of it. So I kind of said, look, you know, there's this grill that I know of that's in Australia. I think we need to buy it, because it's going to be money well spent. You could pay for me to pull this grill out and disassemble it, clean it, sand it, polish it, put it back together, and if the aluminum pieces are good enough, you know, hopefully you'll have a decent grill. But the amount of time it takes to do that, it actually is money well spent to just go ahead and get this grill that we have. So the next step is to kind of see, because what happens on this grill is that it's got a chrome surround that needs to be fitted to that piece. So what I need to do is figure out if I can pull this grill out. Might be able to get this grill out past this bumper, but I may have to pull the bumper out. But here we go. So I ended up taking the bumper off. It just made it a lot easier to get this grill in. So far it's looking pretty good. I have a couple screws that need to be opened up a little bit, but before I fit any more, I had to change the grill seal out. This is actually the wrong seal. So but it's promising. I think the grill's going to look great. We're going to transfer the horse over and file out some of these holes just to fit a little bit better. I think that you know, the holes here are not lining up perfectly, but the bottom ones screwed in. The top ones are not lining up perfectly, but I'll get that to fit a little bit better. But it's looking pretty good so far. All right, well, the grill is installed. Looks pretty good. The gap looks nice and straight. It really went in very nicely. Of course, it didn't go in 100% smoothly, because the grill fit perfectly, or fit the chrome shell that goes around. That fit pretty well. I had to do a little bit of filing, but what really was the work was to get the horse, or the cavallino, on there. The brackets that come here, let me see if I can show you this. The brackets are held in, or the little horse is held in with these little L brackets, but the holes that were drilled in this particular grill were slightly off, so it was setting it wasn't lining up with the studs on the horse, so I had to make a new bracket got some stainless steel and put it all together. And the screws are, as you can see, are really tiny. So they you know, broke out my tweezers and got everything in there and lined up after I drilled the holes. The other thing that we have here is the Grille seal, which is a special seal. I don't know if you can see that. So it's a very strange shape, and it's what Pininfarina uses. A lot of people use the wrong seal, and what they do is they use this like U channel, and the U channel is just not correct. It's an easy way for people to put the Grille seal in, but it's just wrong in it. And this looks a lot better. It looks a lot more finished. It's what Pininfarina used on all their grills through the 60s. So I replaced that, and it's coming together. The bumper's off because I had to put all this stuff on. The bumper was just a little close at the bottom, so went ahead and took the bumper off. Here's the original grill. As you can see, it's got black paint on it. I think it's going to make a nice wall hanging, and we'll see what happens from there. But this is kind of what it looks like. I think putting this one in was the smartest thing. I mean, all the details are there. It fits perfectly. Didn't have to disassemble this one to polish it and then end up with something that was not really nice and clean. I suspect that the paint was covering probably some pretty bad corrosion. So next step is to put the bumper back on, and we'll be back in shape.